So first is series circuits. A series circuit is a circuit in which there is only one path for the current to flow along. So kung mapansin nyo sa ating diagram na nandito, okay, so we have a battery source. Ito yung ating battery. Okay, this is our battery. And then, in this given figure, meron tayong tatlong resistance. We have resistance R1, we have resistance R2, and your resistance R3. So, ang ating mga resistance, we have your resistors. Okay? And then, you have a current. So, meron kang current I, and then dito rin, tsaka dito. So, sa isang series circuit, okay, isa lang yung path para sa inyong current para mag-flow. Okay? So, sa series circuit, ang constant dito is your current. Hindi siya nagbabago. Kung sa R1, kung ano yung current sa R1, ano yung sa R2, at ano naman yung current sa R3, sila ay equal since this is a series circuit. And kung mapansin nyo, isa lang yung flow ng current. Okay, so when resistance are connected in series, okay, the total resistance in the circuit is equal to the sum of the resistances of all the parts of the circuit. So that is RT is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So, para makuha yung total resistance, i-add lang natin lahat ng resistances. Next is the total voltage across a series circuit is equal to the sum of the voltages across each resistance of the circuit. So, sabihin nun, your total voltage VT is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So, i-add lang din natin lahat ng voltages. And then last, the total current across a series circuit is equal to the current in each resistance in the circuit. So that is IT, that's equal to I1, is equal to I2, is equal to I3. Therefore, katulad sabi natin kanina, your I in a series circuit, okay, that is constant. Ohm's law may be applied to an entire circuit, to the entire series circuit, or to individual parts of the circuit. So, this means na we can apply yung ating Ohm's law sa pag-solve ng isang direct current circuit or DC circuit. So, example number 1, a resistor of 45 ohms and a bell of 60 ohms are connected in series. So, what voltage is required across this combination to produce a current of 0.3 amperes? So, in this problem, we need to solve for the total voltage VT. So, ang given natin dito, based on this figure, your R1, that is 45 ohms, yung ating R2, yung bell, that is 60 ohms, and then, nandito rin sa problem yung current. So, we need to produce a current of 0.3. So, therefore, since this is series circuit, okay, constant yung current. So, yung I natin is 0.3. Solve na natin yung circuit na nandito. Okay, so, ang given natin ulit, yung R1 natin is 45 ohms. And then yung ating R2, we have 60 ohms. And then yung ating current is 0.3 amperes. So, we can apply yung Ohm's law to solve for this total voltage. So, ano mo lang gagawin natin? So, kailangan natin, makuha muna natin yung total resistance ng circuit. So, paano natin makukuha yung total resistance ng circuit? So, ang formula natin for a series circuit, for RT, i-add lang natin yung R1 tsaka yung R2. So, add mo yung dalawa. So, 45 plus 60. So, 45 plus 60 is 105 ohms. And then, kukunin na natin yung total voltage. So, apply tayo ng Ohm's law. So, we have I times your RT. So your I, ang given is 0.3. Okay? And then yung iyong RT, yung total resistance is 105 ohms. So ang ating sagot or ang ating total voltage, we have 0.3 times 105. So ang ating sagot is 31.5 volts. Okay? So ang unit ng ating voltage is volts. So we have their answer, 31.5 volts. Okay, so example number 2 tayo. A 95 volt battery is connected in series with 3 resistors. Okay, so 20 ohms, 50 ohms, and 120 ohms. Find the voltage across each resistor. So, ito yung ating diagram for this example. So, we have your 95 volt battery. Okay, so ito yung battery natin. So, we have 95 volts. Yan yung ating total voltage. And then, we have your resistors. So your R1 is 20 ohms, your R2 is 50 ohms, and your R3 is 120 ohms. So ang sabi sa tanong is find the voltage across each resistor. So sabi natin dyan, voltage across each resistor. So kukunin mo yung mga voltage V1, V2, at saka yung V3. Okay? So solve natin yan. So pwede natin i-apply dyan yung Ohm's law. So, paano ito solve? Okay. So, apply natin yung Ohm's law. Ang sabi natin sa Ohm's law, para makuha yung voltage that is equal to IR. Okay. And then take note, this is series circuit. So, yung I natin, kung ano yung current na nandito sa total, yun na rin yung current sa mga iyong mga resistor. So, kung ano yung current, I1, current I2, tsaka yung iyong current I3, equal yan doon sa inyong I na ito, or yung I total. So, kukunin natin ngayon yung I total. Okay? Ano ba yung given natin na resistances? So, yung R1 natin ulit, that is 20 ohms. Yung R2 natin is 50 ohms. And yung ating R3 is 120 ohms. So, ang gagawin natin para makuha natin yung total current I. So, kailangan natin makuha muna yung total resistance ulit. So, ang total resistance for a series circuit, add mo lang lahat yan. So, we have 20 plus 50 plus 120. Okay? So, ang sagot natin, pag in-add yan, tatlong yan, we have 190 ohms. Okay? And then, alam natin yung IT, and then given yung ating total voltage, so we can now solve for your I, o yung I total natin. So, we now have VT, okay, over RT. So, ma-apply natin dito ulit yung nakaraan tinuro ko. Yung ating, itong triangle. Okay? So, we have your VIR. So, pag hinarap natin yung I, okay, so we have your V over R. So, we have that. That is this one. So, V over R lang siya. So, we have your R, your V, I mean, so we have 95. And then divided by your RT. Your RT is 190. Okay? So, 195 divided by 190. So, ang sagot natin is 0.50 amperes. So, ito yung ating total current. Okay? So, para ma-solve natin yung voltage across each resistance, okay? Across each resistor, so we need to use again Ohm's law. So, so para ma-solve yung V1, so that is just, okay? So, since, ang sabi natin, equal yung IT, okay ko dito sa gilid ha, yung IT natin, that is equal to your I1, equal yan sa I2, tsaka equal yan sa I3. So, equal yan sa lahat, okay? Pag series circuit. So, we can now apply your Ohm's law. So, V1, that's equal to I1 times R1. Okay, since equal nga itong IT sa I1, equal din sa I2, tsaka sa I3, so we can have IT times your R1. Okay? So, anong IT natin ulit? We have 0.5, okay, times your R1, which is 20. So, ang sagot natin for V1, okay, is equal to 10. So we have 10 volts. And then next for V2, we have I2 R2. Or since yung I2 natin, yan na yung IT, so we have 0.5 times your R2, which is 50. Ang sagot natin for this one, we have 25 volts. And then last, for V3, that is I3R3. Okay, yung I3 natin equal din sa IT, that is 0.5 times yung ating R3, which is 120. So, ang sagot natin dito ay 60 volts. So, let's now proceed to the total power in a series circuit. So, paano kinukuha yung total power sa series circuit? So, we have the formula in here. Okay, your PT, or that is total power, that's equal to your I times your total voltage VT. Okay, so, or we can also have that PT, or your total power, is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus and so on up to P sub N. So, lahat ng power on your individual resistors, okay, i-add lang natin yon to get your total power PT. So, example tayo ngayon. Find the total power dissipated by R1 and R2. Okay, so sa problem na to, kukunin natin yung total power na dissipated ng iyong R1 and R2. Okay, so meron tayong given na R1 and R2, and then we have your I dito, and then we have your given total voltage or VT. So para makuha natin yung total power, ang formula natin, di ba? That is P is equal to V times your IT. VT, IT. Okay? So, kailangan natin makuha muna yung value ng I na to. Okay? So, to solve for the IT, kailangan mo natin yung total resistance nito. Okay? Since ang formula natin is VT over RT. Okay? So, kung natin yung RT, so we have R1 plus R2. Add lang natin yung dalawang resistances na nandito. So, we have 5 plus 10. So, therefore, that is 15 ohms. Okay. And then, kunin natin yung IT. So, we have your IT is equal to your 60 divided by your RT. Your RT is 15. So, 60 divided by 15, that is 4 amperes. And then, using this formula, okay, so we now have your P is equal to VT, that is 60, times your IT, which is 4. So, therefore, your P, that is equal to 240 watts. So, ito na yung ating sagot. Ito yung total power, PT, okay, dissipated by your resistors R1 and R2. So, we'll now proceed to the voltage drop by proportional parts. So, in a series circuit, each resistance provides a voltage drop V equal to its proportional part of the applied circuit. Okay? So, ito rin yung ating tinatawag na voltage divider theorem. So, ang sabi natin dito, ang formula natin is that your V is equal to your VT times your R divided by your RT. So, ito yung tinatawag nating proportional parts. Okay? So, kasi kung gaano kalaki yung resistance mo, okay? Pag malaki yung resistance ng iyong part na yan, malaki din yung voltage na yung voltage drop mo dyan. So, kung maliit yung iyong resistor, maliit din yung magiging iyong voltage drop for that yung voltage drop for that resistor. Okay? So, ang nandito sa formula natin, your V is voltage in volts, and then your R is your resistance in ohms. Your RT is also is total resistance in ohms, also in ohms, and then your VT is the total voltage, and then your R over RT, that is the proportional part of your resistance. And ito yung sabi ko kanina. So, a higher R has a greater voltage drop than a smaller resistance in the same series circuit. So, this is for a series circuit. Okay, so equal resistances have equal voltage drops. So, ito na yung nasabi ko kanina, na kapag mataas yung resistance, okay, mas mataas din yung kanyang voltage drop. Pag mababa naman yung resistance mo, mababa rin yung iyong voltage drop pag doon sila sa iisang series circuit na ito. Example, the circuit is an example of a proportional voltage divider. Okay? So find the voltage drop across each resistor by the method of proportional parts. So dito given yung ating circuit. Okay? So we have your VT, we have 100 volts. And then we have your resistance R1, we have 20 kilo ohms. Your R2 is 30 kilo ohms. And your R3 is 50 kilo ohms. Okay? So, paano natin ito i-apply? So, V1, solve natin yung V1 or since ang tanong sa atin is voltage drop across each resistor. So, kukunin natin yung V1, V2, and your V3 using your method of proportional parts. Okay? So, by using the method of proportional parts, okay, kunin muna natin yung total resistance. Okay? So, ang ating total resistance, add lang natin yung tatlo. So, we have 20 kilo ohms plus 30 kilo ohms plus 50 kilo ohms. So, add lang natin yan dahil same naman yung unit natin na kilo ohms. Okay? Add natin yan. So, 30 plus 20 plus 30 plus 50, that is 100 kilo ohms. Okay? So, to solve for V1, okay, so we have your formula, your R1 over RT times your VT. So, gawin natin ganito na yung formula. Since your V1 ang ating hinahanap, lagyan natin ng subscript yung V tsaka R, which is yung 1 natin. Okay, so solve natin yan. So, we have your R1. Okay, ang R1 natin is 20. And then your RT is 100. So, since same unit naman yan, pwede natin gawin to. Divide natin yung dalawa. So, since kilo ohms yung 20 and then kilo ohms din yung 100, pwede to. And then times your VT, 100. Okay? So, ang sagot natin for this one is 20 volts. And then, solving for V2, okay, that is now R2 over RT times your VT. So, R2 is 30 kilo ohms divided by RT, 100 kilo ohms times VT, which is 100. Okay? So, we have 30 volts. And then last, we have your V3, that is R3 over RT times VT. Okay, so we have 50 over 100 times 100. That's equal to 50 volts. Okay, so kung mapansin ninyo, okay, kung gaano kalaki yung iyong resistance o resistance dito, ganoon din kalaki yung ating nakuhang voltage drops. Okay? So, we have 20, 30, and 50. So, pag pinag-add natin itong tatlo, so 20 plus 30 plus 50 volts, so that will correspond to your total voltage VT. So, ganoon ang pag-check sa problem na ganito. So, ano yung nakuha mong voltage across your branch or across your resistances. Okay? Kung ano yung makuha mo dyan, pag in-add mo yan, pang-check natin, so dapat equal yan sa given na total voltage. In this case, 100 volts. So now we're on the part of direct current circuits, parallel circuits. So what is a DC parallel circuit? So a parallel circuit is a circuit in which two or more components are connected across the same voltage source. Okay, so kung makita natin, isa yung voltage source natin, we have your VT, syempre, and then naka-connect across, okay, that VT, ito yung ating connection. So, across your VT, naka-connect yung R1, naka-connect din yung R2, okay, and then naka-connect din yung R3. So, pag ganito yung connection, this is what you call a parallel circuit. So, this is unlike your series. Kung saan yung series mo, okay, yung iyong total current same yung ito yung nagflow sa iyong lahat ng components. That is a series circuit. So, kapag ganito na naka-connected across same voltage source, okay, yung iyong resistances. Okay? That is what you call now a parallel circuit. So, if a voltmeter is connected, okay, so your voltmeter is an instrument used for measuring the voltage of a circuit. So, if that is connected across your R1, okay, R2 and your R3 in here, okay, we can now find the respective voltages V1, V2, and V3. So we can found that those are equal. Okay? So in a parallel circuit, sabi natin, um, equal yung VT, equal yan sa V1, equal din sa V2, tsaka sa V3. Since they are connected across your VT. Okay? Equal lang yung voltage. So sa parallel circuit, okay, sa parallel circuit, yung voltage mo, okay, sabi natin yung voltage mo yung constant. Okay? Sa ano naman, sa series naman, yung current. And then the total current IT is equal to the sum of all branch currents. So dito, yung total current mo, okay, IT, i-add mo lang yung lahat ng branch currents, or that is IT is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Example, we have two lamps each drawing 2 amperes and a third lamp drawing 1 ampere are connected in parallel across a 110 volt line. Okay, so the question is, what is the total current? Okay, so nandito, we have your diagram na nandito. So, ang sabi natin sa problem, we have your two lamps. So, yung dalawa na yan, 2 amperes. And then yung pangatlo is 1 ampere. Okay, so ang tanong lang dito sa atin is, what is the total current? So, ang total current kapag parallel, okay, ito na yung sulat. So, your IT, i-add lang natin yung tatlong currents. So, you have I1 plus I2 plus I3. So, we have your IT that's equal to 2 plus 2 amperes plus 1 ampere. So, therefore, your IT is equal to 5 amperes. So, ganun lang siya. I-add lang natin ang ang ating mga currents sa parallel circuit. Okay, so we'll proceed to the resistances in parallel. So the total resistance in a parallel circuit is found by applying Ohm's law. So take note of this, yung mga words na total resistance, okay? Lumalabas to kadalasan sa board tsaka sa mga problems natin sa mga libro. So the words or the terms total resistance and equivalent resistance are used interchangeably. So kapag sinabi nating equivalent resistance, ito kasi yung nasa ibang mga books. Pag sinabi natin equivalent resistance, yan na rin yung tumutukoy sa ating total resistance. So pag may problem na, what is the equivalent resistance of the resistors R2, R1 and R2 in parallel? So pag sinabing equivalent resistance, yun na rin yung ating tinatawag na total resistance. So now they are used interchangeably. So we have the general reciprocal formula for resistances in parallel. So that is the total resistance. We have your 1 over RT is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Okay, so ganun yung pagkuha natin ng formula, ng pagkuha natin ng RT using this formula. So this is the general reciprocal formula. Or kung i-simplify natin to, since hinahanap natin talaga dito yung RT, so we can have your formula RT, okay, that's equal to 1, okay, all over your R over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. So ito yung ating formula pag isosolve na natin yung RT. Okay? And then we have your simplified formulas. So the total resistance of equal resistors in parallel is equal to the resistance of one resistor divided by the number of resistors. So itong formula natin na simplified, applicable kapag we have your battery source. Okay? So this is in parallel. So we have your resistors in parallel. Okay, so kung gaano man karami yan. Okay. Kung gaano yung karami. Okay, sabi natin, ito yung last. So, kung meron kang tatlo na equal, okay, equal yung R niya. So, kunyari, tatlong resistances na equal, kinonect mo sa parallel. Okay? So, yung ating magiging total resistance, okay? So, kung ano may value ng R, divide mo lang sa N. So, yung N natin dito, ito yung number of resistors. So, kahit 100 pa yan, basta equal sila, madali tayong makukuha yung total resistance. So that is simply your total resistance. So you have your value of your R. So pag equal lang to, divided by your number of resistors. Okay. And then we also have another simplified formula. So when any two unequal resistors are in parallel, it is often considered, or it is often easier to calculate the total resistance by multiplying the two resistances and then dividing it by the product of the sum of the resistances. So pag dalawa, okay, so this is applied pag dalawa. So if you have two unequal resistors, okay, that is in parallel, okay, ito yung ating formula. So we have your RT, or the total resistance, is equal to R1 times R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So ito yung ating simplified formula for two unequal resistors only. So example, find the total resistance of a 2 ohm, a 4 ohm, and an 8 ohm resistor in parallel. So right, the formula for three resistances in parallel. So if you have three resistances in parallel, okay, apply natin yung reciprocal formula natin. So that is RT, okay, that yung na-derive natin kanina. So that is 1 all over 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Okay? So, makuha natin ngayon yung total resistance. So, your RT is now equal to 1 all over 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. Okay? So, gamit natin ng calculator ngayon yung pag-solve ng RT. Okay? So, your 1, okay, divided by or all over your 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4, okay, plus 1 over 8. So, ang makuha natin sagot for your total resistance, that is 1.143 ohms. So, ito yung ating sagot. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, yung ating total resistance, okay, ang total resistance natin, mas mababa yung value niyan compared doon sa lowest na value ng resistor. So, kung ang lowest mo is 2 ohms, okay? So, yung sagot natin, expect natin na mas mababa pa sa 2 ohms. Okay? So, ganun yung ating, ganun yung sa RT, sa pagkuha ng total resistance. Lagi siyang mababa compared doon sa smallest value ng resistance. So, let's say, ito, sa example natin, so we have 2, 4, and 8. So, since pinakamababa natin na resistance value is 2 ohms, we expect natin kaagad, or expect ninyo kaagad, na yung sagot natin for the total resistance ay mas mababa doon. Mas mababa siya compared sa 2 ohms. So, by checking, mababa naman to yung sagot natin sa 2 ohms. So, therefore, tama naman itong sagot natin. So, we have 1.143. So, ganun yung pag-check ha. So, baka mamaya nagsagot kayo, mataas pa sa 2 yung, yung RT. So, lagi yung mababa sa smallest na resistance. Okay? So, let's now proceed. Another example, a parallel circuit consists of a coffee maker, we have a toaster, and then a frying pan plugged into a kitchen appliance circuit on a 120 volt line. So what currents will flow in each branch of the circuit, and what is the total current drawn by all the appliances? So, yun ang ating tanong, dalawang. So, we have, ang unang tanong is that, what currents will flow in each branch? Okay, so we need to solve for I1, let's say this is I2, and then this is I3. Okay, and then after finding that, may pa isang tanong, what is the total current drawn? Okay, so we have your IT. So, translate natin tong figure na nandito into your diagram na nakalagay na yung mga resistances natin na given. So, you have 15, 15, and 12 ohms for coffee maker, toaster, and frying pan respectively. Okay, so ito na yung ating diagram. So, we have, sabi natin, 120 volts yung ating source. Okay, so that is your V. Okay, and then coffee maker, we have your I1, and then your R1 given 15 ohms, and then your R2 is 15 ohms again, and your R3 is 12 ohms. Okay, let's now solve for the branch currents I1, I2, and I3. Okay, so apply natin yung Ohm's law again. So ang sabi natin, kapag parallel circuit, okay, your V, okay, your total voltage, ito yung ating total voltage, okay, equal lang yan sa voltages sa mga branch circuits, okay. So we can now use Ohm's law to solve for I1, I2, and I3 since given na yung R1, R2, and R3 and given na rin yung total voltage VT or V. Okay, so solve natin muna yung I1. So I1, that's equal to V1 over R1 using, this is Ohm's law. Okay, so we have V1 that is 120 volts. Okay, V1 is also equal to VT. Okay, and then divided by your R1, we have 15 ohms. So solving for that one, 120 divided by 15. So we have 8 amperes. And then solving for I2, we have V2 over R2. So that is 120 volts again since equal or constant lang yung value ng ating voltage VT or total voltage sa mga branch voltages. So yung V2 natin equal din sa VT. So we have 120 divided by 15. So same answer. We have 8 amperes. And then I3 is now equal to V3 over R3. So we now have 120. So V3 is also equal to VT. So that's why we have 120. Divided by R3, we have 12. So the answer for this one is 10 amperes. And then another question is that what is the total current? So solve natin yung total current. So to solve for the total current sa isang parallel circuit, i-add lang natin yung tatlong branch currents. So we have IT is equal to I1 plus I sub 2 plus I sub 3. So add lang natin yung tatlong nakuha natin or na-solve natin na branch currents. So we have your I1 is 8 plus I2 is 8 plus your I3 is 10. So therefore, our answer for this one, we have 26 amperes. So ito yung ating total current, 26 amperes. And then we have your I1 is 8 amperes, your I2 is 8 amperes, and your I3 is 10 amperes. And then pag pinag-add mo yan, makuha din yung total current, which is 26 amperes. Example number 1. 4 lamps, each having a resistance of 60 ohms, are connected in parallel. Find the total resistance. Okay, so we have 4 lamps. Okay, so each connected or each having a resistance of 60 ohms. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 lamps. Each have a resistance of 60 ohms. So equal lang yung kanilang R. So which is 60 ohms. So kapag ganito, okay, we can apply your simplified formula. So kapag equal ang mga resistances, okay, so we can find out for the total resistance, that is R divided by your N. So, ang R natin is 60, and then yung N natin, yung number of resistors. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we have 4. So, we have 60 divided by 4. That is equal to 15 ohms. So, ito yung pag-apply natin ng formula natin na simplified kapag equal yung mga resistances in parallel. Next example, we need to find the total resistance of a 6 ohms and an 18 ohm resistor in parallel. Okay, so meron tayo ulit dalawang resistance. So, we have 6 ohms and 18 ohms. So, we can apply your simplified formula for this one. We have two unequal resistors. So, we have your RT, yun ang hinahanap natin, total resistance. So, ang formula natin kapag two unequal resistors, that is R1 times R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So, we have 6 times 18 divided by 6 plus 18. So, your RT, okay, solve natin yan using your calculator. Okay, so we have 6 times 18 again divided by 6 plus 18. Okay, so ang total resistance natin, solved, we have 4.5 ohms. Okay, so kung napansin ninyo, mababa din o mas mababa sa 6 yung ating sagot. Yung 6 dito is yung lowest value ng resistance. So, pag sakto to, mababa sa 6 yung ating sagot. So, we have 4.5 ohms. So, let's now proceed to the open and short circuits. Okay, so an open circuit or an open is in any part of a circuit is an extremely high resistance that results in no current flow in the circuit. So, kapag open o yung circuit natin, so walang flow or walang current flow sa circuit na yan. So, therefore, zero yung ating magiging current since naging high resistance na yung ating circuit. Okay, so when there is an open in your main line current, okay, so to all the branches or to all the parallel branches, okay, so that is stop. So, kung open tong main line mo, wala nang current magpo-flow sa iyong branches. So, and then, when there is an open in one branch only, so on this figure, so kung sa one branch lang yung open, so on that branch only, you have no current. So, dito lang walang current sa R2. So, meron ka pa rin current sa R1, and then meron ka pa rin sa R3. Dito sa R2, wala na, or that is 0. So, okay, so yun na yung sasabi ko dito. So, since they are connected to your voltage source. And then, a short, ito tawag natin short, in any part of your circuit, that is an extremely low resistance. Okay? So, that results in a very high current. Okay? So, ang mangyari, we have a very high current that will flow through the short circuit. Okay? So, we now have very high current. Example, find the current in each parallel branch in figure A. If the resistor in the second branch burns out, okay, causing an open circuit, we have in figure B. Find the new branch currents. We now solve the diagram in figure A. So, to solve for I1, that is equal to V1 over R1. And then since your Vt is equal to V1, is also equal to V2, or in other words, your V is constant in a parallel circuit, your V1 is equal to Vt. So we have 10 over 20, that is equal to 0.5 amperes. And then for I2, we have V2 over R2, and then V2 is also equal to Vt. We have 10 over, that is also 20. So we have the same answer, 0.5 amperes. And then for this figure B, okay, we have I1 is equal to V1 over R1. We have again a 10 over 20. So this is 0.5 amperes. Okay, while for I2, okay, so for I2 that is 0 amperes since we have your open line in here. Okay, so pag sa gantong case, okay, so pag nag-open uh, yung iyong yung sa iyong R2, okay, nag-open line yan. So yung iyong branch 1 or yung sa I1 mo at saka sa R1, operate pa rin siya normally. So we have also the same I1 on the two conditions. So ang ano mo I1 mo dito sa figure A is 0.5, sa figure B 0.5 pa rin. So normal pa rin siyang operation. So ito ay example ng advantage ng pag-wire natin ng components natin in parallel. So ito yung gamit natin sa mga bahay natin, parallel circuit. So kahit mag-open man yan yung sa ibang line mo, okay, hindi maapektuhan yung ibang lines mo na nakaparallel doon. So yun pa rin yung normal pa rin yung kanyang voltage tsaka yung current. Okay, unlike kapag series, pag nag-open yan, yung iyong series, pag nag-open yun, lahat ng components mo walang power or hindi siya masusupplyan ng voltage. Okay? Division of current into parallel branches. So, formula natin, so we have I1 is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 times IT. And then I2 is equal to R1 over R1 plus R2 times IT. Okay, so parang uh, medyo parehas lang siya doon or parehas lang siya medyo lang doon sa ating voltage divider. So, ang pinagkaiba lang is that pag I1, okay, yung sa taas natin or numerator is R2. And kapag I2 ang hinahanap, ang nasa taas natin or numerator is R1. And then, your kailan natin dito yung ating IT. Okay? Or the total current. Example, find the branch currents I1 and I2 for the circuit shown. Okay, so we can apply your current division. So first, we have I1 that's equal to, again, this is R2 over R1 plus R2 times your IT or your total current. So we have your R2 that is 6 over your R1 3 plus R2 6, and then your IT is 18 amperes. So solving for this one, we now have 6 times 18 divided by 3 plus 6. So we have your answer I1 is equal to 12 um, amperes. And then solving for I2, okay, we have R1 over R1 plus R2 times IT. This is equal to 3 over 3 plus 6 times 18. Your 18 is the total current IT. So our answer for I2 is we have 6 amperes. Okay. For checking this one, okay, we need to add your I1 and I2. Okay, so if we add I1 and I2, 12 plus 6, that is 18. So that corresponds to your total current IT. Next, conductances in parallel. So conductance, okay, that is the opposite of resistance. The less the resistance, the higher the conductance. The symbol for conductance is G, and its unit is Siemens, or that is S. G is the reciprocal of R, or that is G is equal to 1 over R. Since conductance is equal to the reciprocal of resistance, the reciprocal resistance equation, so we now have GT, or that is the total conductance, is equal to G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus and so on up to G sub n. So we only add the conductances in parallel. And then power in parallel circuits, PT, or the total power, that's equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus and so on up to P sub n. So add lang din natin yung mga power in a parallel circuit. Example, find the power dissipated in each branch and the total power of the circuit. First, find the branch current and the power in each branch. Okay? So first, hanapin natin yung mga branch currents I1 and I2. So by using Ohm's law, I1 is equal to V1 over R1. Okay? So V1, since this is parallel circuit, your VT is equal to V1, also equal to V2. So V1 or V that is equal to VT, we have in here 20 volts. 20 divided by R1, which is 10. We now have 2 amperes. And then for I2, that is V2 over R2. And then V2 is equal to VT. Okay. So we have 20 over 5. This is equal to 4 amperes. And then we're going to solve for the power in each branch. So we have P1 is equal to, we're going to use the formula P is equal to VI. So we have V1 times I1. Your V1 that's also equal to VT. So we now have 20 times your I1, which is 2. The answer for this one, your P1 is 40 watts. And then P2 is equal to V2 I2. Your V2 is also equal to VT. We have 20 times your I2, which is 4. We now have 80 watts. And then we're now going to find the total power. So PT, that's equal to P1 plus P2. We simply add the two powers. So we have 40 plus 80. So 40 plus 80, therefore your PT is equal to, or the total power is equal to 120 watts. Okay, so that's the end of my discussion. So today we have discussed yung ating direct current series and then parallel circuit. So na-discuss natin dito yung pag-solve ng ating mga simpleng series and parallel circuits. So thank you for listening.